What's going on, everybody? This is another short update on some of my new favorite exercises that I've personally been using and think are pretty effective. Now, these may not work for everybody, and some of these I've already actually covered in some recent videos, but I'll keep making these update videos as sort of a best of compilation. While there's definitely many new exercises I couldn't have yet to feature, these in my opinion are ones that I would deem are worthy staples to add because they hit bigger muscle groups and again in my opinion are pretty effective. So please consider liking and subscribing, and let's jump right into it. So the first exercise, or should say exercises that I'll feature, really is just detached pulley back exercises. I did a whole video talking how about you can detach that middle pulley to make a lot of exercises harder, and while you definitely can do that for a number of different exercises and body parts, I think it really shines in the back department because previously I always kind of used to comment that the back sometimes, especially with bigger muscle groups, is kind of harder to target. So oftentimes I do like single arm rowing. Detaching that middle pulley like I am here really just ups the intensity to a much higher degree. So I do this not just with double rows, I'll do single arm rows here as well. You can connect different attachments, and I'd say some honorable mentions here, even like close grip pull downs. There's a huge variety of stuff. So basically detaching that middle pulley would be an option. And then this is just an honorable mention. I just threw this in here because I was actually doing this in this workout, but I just use an Olympic bar ring row for different grips and stuff. This is again kind of separate, but I wanted to show you that really there's a variety of things you can kind of do for the back, just as you want to like add different attachments or just different pulling mechanisms and different ways of pulling. Now the next exercise is an improvement upon a traditional staple of mine, which basically was a face down squat. I love that exercise, but now using this elevated total gym method, again, I'm not recommending this for everybody because it might not be good for the machine, but this is what I've been doing. I went ahead and attached the resistance bands as usual, as I usually do for this exercise, but then I actually added another kind of little added thing that I've never done before, which is basically adding the handles directly to the top of the machine. What this does, it allows you to kind of brace against the machine where otherwise the pad would kind of slip underneath you because of that increased tension. And this exercise, you can see I'm kind of holding the grip more like in a neutral grip. What this does is it really allows you to effectively simulate the same feeling you would get in a reverse hack squat in the gym. With this added incline and the way of kind of anchoring your hands on the handle so your hands don't slide off, this really ups the intensity, and in my opinion is one of the hardest, more higher intensity exercises you can do for your legs, glutes, hamstrings, and back. And if I don't have this, I just kind of slide off the bench, and it's really hard to actually do that. Now the next exercise, again, just using the elevated total gym method. I actually really like this for decline chest presses. In my opinion, this is a great way of actually hitting your chest, especially more like a decline chest press. I put it up there because it's another efficient one that I've been putting in a lot of my exercises recently. Now this is another exercise using the detached pulley method that in my opinion is up there, with the detached pulley row, is this shoulder press that you can do. Now setting up can be a little awkward here, but basically what I do is I kind of grab my hands, I kind of loop it around this way. I'm at a moderate incline here a little bit, but I'm going to kind of walk my feet up a little bit. Then I'm just going to get to a certain point where I can kind of get like this and just drop my body weight back. So I'm using leverage to kind of pull myself back. I will adjust the straps in a second, but I want to just show you this regularly. You might have to kind of give yourself initial press to get lower on the glide board like that, but as I'm pressing, just a nice full range of motion. This feels really good. Even though it looks like I'm getting locked up, I can tell you that as I'm doing it, I really don't feel like I'm locking up my arms, or I feel like I'm limiting my range of motion at all when I'm doing it. Now to adjust your grip here, which I like, if you want to go the other way, it's a little more comfortable, is in a second here I'm just going to get myself kind of braced and then flip my hands around this way. It's really hard to do that otherwise if you were to like drop back into this position just because of the leverage, and it's hard to get, but I really love this exercise. So I recommend that a lot. This last one's a very short, brief one that I don't feature enough, but if you're looking for a good abdominal exercise that's a little bit of best of both worlds, this kind of extending crunch, extending your arms up and then crunching. It can be hard to kind of establish your grip on the machine. Your back might slide depending on the clothes you're wearing, but I really like this exercise as far as like a nice abdominal exercise you can chain together with other exercises. So that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.